we've got our bunker in place, we can go ahead and seal it. And it is sealed. We just place the twig roof piece and then it would open up. You can leave it at this. So sealed is 211. That's it. Now say you wanted to use this as a spawn location. That's certainly possible. Okay, as you can see, we're into our bunker now. I've got a nice door inside here, garage door, and refinery and smelting room. The twig for the ramp up there. So the open bunker costs us $265 and $229 with 3 twig for that ramp. Really, that's it, guys. We can seal this up again. Hey guys, it's Geezer back with another build video. We are doing a 3-triangle refinery bunker today. Well, it's 3-triangle plus the offset square. And it's not really 3 triangles either. It's sort of 1 triangle and an offset square. So it's a little bit of a peculiar base we're going to build today. But let's get into it and you'll see. So let's put some walls around here. You can upgrade a couple of things here right away. These 2 pieces. And now we're going to want to place the TC. We're going to be putting a garage door here. Someone would have to blow through one of these walls or something. In order to loot the TC through the garage door, like if it's peeking out the corner. But still, we're going to keep that in mind because it does matter for this build that you have an extra layer of protection over your TC. So we want this to be kind of over here, but you don't want to block the wall placement. So just kind of don't have it on top of the dots on the metal here. Like that looks pretty good. Like that looks pretty good. And that looks pretty good. So we're gonna upgrade that right now. And now we've got kind of this compartment set up. And it's not secure, but it's more secure than everything else. So, you know, you can always close this as you're building. That's fine. But you can also, if you want to, it's up to you. You can upgrade these right now. That's what I do. Now we're going to go ahead and build an offset bunker. So we're going to start with a square and build out triangles. I'm going to include a link to a tutorial by Sven, a new tutorial for kind of what I'm using here is a classic offset bunker technique, or more or less. And we're going to destroy, as you can see, we're just using the triangles to build a square out there, and then we're going to build those squares back. We're going to destroy our original square as well as that triangle eventually too. That middle triangle in our design. The middle triangle foundation. So we are going to lose the stability on these walls. They'll still be full health, of course, so all that matters is that you'll have a kind of low stability shell around your refinery. That if a raider were to take out any one of the walls, the rest of them are going to fall down. But still, you've got 1,000 hit point shell around your refinery on a tiny little base instead of it sitting outside. And you know, generally you've got protection. We're going to upgrade that, and then we are going to put half walls down here. Okay. Now let's actually finish kind of the top ceiling portion of this. So you're going to want this first middle triangle to connect to this foundation here. Okay, like that. So it'll be out and then flip it back. triangle frame here. So it's going to attach to here, not to that thing. So it's blue, and then we just flip it back like this. Okay, now I'm going to place a ladder here and just climb up. You can build a jump up on the back side if you want to. You can place this from the ground as well, just showing you. So now we can, we've got everything down, we can turn everything to metal here. So our offset bunker is actually complete at this point. So kind of, as you can see, we can place this right now, it's done. So you can seal this at any point. You don't need a bag inside because you're going to break this with the mechanic right here by placing the roof piece here like that. But first we're just going to go inside here. As you can see, you can get down. We put the roller on the inside facing the two triangles of the base here, so you can just squat and crouch and then kind of get in here. And you can put a couple of furnaces here, and now we have a kind of small furnace base. So you just have to be able to get out. Okay. This is a refinery base. So the issues that you're going to have with a base like this are stability issues. So if we build a second level on top, we'll have a couple of small limitations. But also a raider will save potentially from raiding your base. But of course in this base, it's always any one wall into the refinery portion. So it doesn't really matter which wall any wall they blow through, they will have, they'll fundamentally have full access. So if they blow one, you will have things collapsing. If they blow this, probably both of these, or at least this wall, will collapse because the stability is so low. Just to show you guys, 9%, 10%, and 6%. So the stability is very low on these things. You may be able to build before you destroy this, you can build a frame in here. It may make this roof piece a tiny bit more stable, I'm not sure. But we're not going to put anything in that frame, so it doesn't really matter. Everything's obviously still full health, but the downside is that you can get a lower cost in raiding a base, but this is just always one wall to this center portion. And we have a garage door, which in a tiny base like this, that's very valuable. You don't really need much more than that to protect the TC. We've only got about 200 frags to get to this point. So what you're going to do is just put this, you can put it over wherever you want really, but okay. I don't know if you can like go down here and then get back up again without, looks like it is possible. Okay, yeah, you've got enough space to go down there. You've got a garage door. They can loot this through this as we've placed it, which again, we're not too concerned about. So now we've got our bunker in place. We can go ahead and seal it. And it is sealed. We just place the twig roof piece and then it would open up. So now this is all your base is. You can leave it at this, and then you've got kind of a 200 and something. We'll go into no clip mode, so I'll show you the TC. I just sealed this up. So sealed is 211, okay? 211 frags for a refinery base. That's it. You don't need this anymore. Basically, when you place the twig is your ramp. There's no bag inside here, but you don't need a bag because you're going to open it get your refined materials, put that stuff into your TC, or take it to your main base, whatever the case may be. Now, say you wanted to use this as a kind of drop box and spawn location. That's certainly possible. We do have stability problems on this side of the base, so that's one thing to keep in mind. We're gonna have to pay extra for the stone. So this is just kind of a top layer, low, medium security facility. You're not too concerned about people breaking into this if they're going to spend the cost to get in. Then that's up to them. You don't actually need to be flying through the air to do this. So there's kind of one way of doing this, and then we're going to put a bag down, and you can put some boxes down. If you didn't have a shelf here, then you could put a workbench there, right? That's up to you. So just put some double doors on there. I'll try to get this right at the door here. Large box on the bottom. Another large box. All right. So there you go. Don't put anything on here because that's going to be destroyed. So we can put a campfire right here. There we go. Look at that. What do you guys think? Let's go inside and take a look. Okay. As you can see, we're into our bunker now. Of course, I'll restate again that these boxes here could be destroyed more easily in a raid than a normal base because of our low stability on the walls. When this wall gets destroyed, it could have repercussions throughout, especially this side of our base. But that being said, if someone's blowing through this wall, it's guaranteed that almost guaranteed that they're gonna be getting into your entire base anyways. So you're not really hiding anything. I've got a nice door inside here, garage door, and refinery and smelting room. The twig for the ramp up there. So the open bunker costs us $265 and $229 with 3 twig for that ramp. So this is with the additional storage kind of spawn room. A lot of times you might use this as a kind of a farm base too. Somewhere, maybe it's a hunting ground, or maybe it's a node-rich area. You could use it for anything, right? Where you're going to be just coming here occasionally, but it's not your main base. Maybe near dome where you're getting a lot of brood, something like that, you know? Really, that's it, guys. We can seal this up again. This design will probably prevent you from upgrading it very much because of this old offset design. I think that will probably prevent you from adding layers of honeycomb. We'll go outside in a sec, but I'm pretty sure on that side, at least on the facing the square foundation, you won't be able to place honeycomb there. So this really is designed to be a tiny refinery base. Okay, with the bunker sealed, this is the cost. One drawback of this style of design is you can't fortify your base with honeycomb in the way that you might like. That being said, this design is something that I wouldn't be fortifying. So I've really designed it to be this tiny footprint. I mean, as you know from my channel, these are the challenges that I set for myself. See if you can have tiny, especially if they're not really strange looking. So in this case, what someone might do, who knows? Maybe they put a jump up here. I think people will know what this is. Okay, so you can make a little twig jump up there, and then maybe people will think that's what you're doing, but it's pretty obvious it's the offset bunker. I don't think you're fooling anybody. And that being said, they can soft side through this, but okay, I guess they can, right? And then they can get into your bunker here. Of course, you'll still have your TC behind a garage door, although soft-siding through that, I don't think it will open this bunker because you have to have the mechanic, the roof piece mechanic. In any event, it's not designed to be a tank. It's designed to offer you a little bit of protection for your refinery and small smelting, and just give you kind of maybe a remote base. So if you're in an out-of-the-way area and you want some protection, or just kind of a satellite base, it's not your main base. Of course, this could be a starter base. There's nothing saying that it can't be. You could leave out this shelf here, and then you could put your workbench in here, and then you'd still be able to fit in probably a barbecue in a small box, or at least a couple of small boxes, and it could be a starter base. You could put one small box on the bottom or something like that, or a different setup, a couple of small boxes where one of the small refineries or one of the small furnaces is, you know, etc. So there are different applications for this. I would say the two main applications would be to have it set up like this, and then you're just using these as kind of temporary storage and drop boxes for when you're farming the area. You put stuff in here, and then you take your refined stuff and your farmed stuff and you go. So you're using this as a farm base. Or you can just have this bottom level, and then you've got just a secure refinery somewhere and kind of an auxiliary TC, just a safe space. And then you've got basically a 200 frag secure refinery, but without this top layer. And that would be a good application for the cost as well. If it does get blown through, you don't have your main loot in here anyways, probably. So I would say that's it. Leave me questions in the comments. Let me know if you see any massive design flaws. Again, I would say if you guys can think of a smaller or equally sized footprint refinery base that gives us some advantages, you know, let me know what you think. This is the smallest that I could think of for a refinery base. One level and then adding a second level. So it's small and cheap, and it's got advantages and disadvantages, but it provides quite a lot of security for the size and for the purpose of it, not being like a main loot room or something like that. But let me know what you think. Please subscribe and hit notifications if you don't want to miss anything, because I've got lots of other ideas. Thanks for watching.